sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
And tune into your favorite podcast,
where things will be misquoted
and opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.
Hey Kelly, who am I?
Movie guy.
I'm the guy at the movies. If you don't get that reference, it means you don't listen to the show, you don't love us. So fuck you. And hey guys, welcome to Locked and Probably Loaded with DJ and Kelly. I'm your host, DJ Qualls, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Kelly Blackheart. Hey Kelly, how you doing?
Were you trying to do that all in one breath? You looked like you were losing steam there.
Yeah, I was trying to be like an English politician that does this. What we have to do with the poor people is then they say things until they run out of air. There was a guy.
They're all old enough.
There's a guy in front of Congress right now named somebody Nigel Farage, who they're questioning about how England is handling the Epstein files, and he's clearly in the Republican camp because the Democratic senator is like, well, you know, what's her name, Christy. Who's that lady that shot her dog?
Chrissy Noam.
Oh, yeah, Chrissy Noam hasn't been here. Like, this person hasn't been here. I'm like, well, and the guy's like, well, I understand they're coming next week.
She doesn't have a passport, probably.
Everybody. It's like, actually, we have jurisdiction over the State Department or whatever, the Department of Justice, and nobody from the Department of Justice is even here. And the guy's like, well, I think you'll find that they're going to be having it next year. He's like, yeah, but we're voting today. And the guy's like, I think that I'm only here to talk about the British response to what's going on.
That might be my favorite impression you've ever done. I don't know who you're impersonating, but I like it.
So I did Isaac's 200th episode of his podcast today, and so I'm all warmed up. Mm-hmm. And it actually was a great conversation, Isaac. I really enjoyed talking to you,
thanks,
and I
man.
didn't
Thanks
think
for
that I
doing it.
would.
I didn't think you would either.
Well, when I walked in, I pulled out a couple of drinks from my bag, and DJ goes, I'm not drinking today. And I was like, Isaac, what did you do to him? I assumed it just went terribly.
This is all my fault.
And then she looked at me and well, at first you did this. Why?
I was so concerned because we have you're leaving tomorrow. We have trivia tonight,
and I have to pack tonight. Still.
Yeah, and I was like, why the? And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm coming late, so obviously I'm gonna bring drinks because DJ's already been here for an hour, and like he's gonna need that to get some pep in his step and all of that stuff. And then you're like, I'm not drinking, and I was like, why do you hate me? Like it felt like a personal slight.
Being with Isaac is like being on a stimulant. I'm hard as a rock, and I feel alive.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hard.
Yeah, anymore.
Anymore. Not that you got here with the alcohol.
Did you guys just stroke each other the whole time when you talked?
Well, look,
he asked me some interesting questions about things that I haven't thought about for a long time, and I remembered things. In much the same way that like a friend of mine's going through cancer right now, and it's making me remember a bunch of stuff that I'd forgotten, but in a positive way. Like, that's negative. What Isaac did was make me remember things in a positive way.
He cried in the first 30 seconds.
Wow. Oh, I actually did cry. We just talked about, I don't remember what prompted it.
Acting, and he was like, I could cry on a dime. And then he just starts crying. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what's the happiest day of your life?
I started crying, though, because I thought about crying. And I wasn't even trying to do it, and then I couldn't kind of control it for a second. It's a party trick.
Yeah, I can cry on command also, but it's funny because probably 6-7 years ago, I was somebody who didn't cry it, and I could cry if I needed. Like if somebody was like, "You can't cry right now," I could do that.
Yeah.
But I was not ever drawn to
Like
tears
I could punch
or whatever.
You in the face and you'd be like,
it just emotionally, nothing really got to me. And then somewhere over the last 7 years, I can my body forces me to cry constantly to the point where I'm like, I'm not even sad right now. I don't know what's happening. My eyes are welling up. Like when I first started going to therapy, I would start crying immediately. And I'm like, I promise I'm okay. I feel fine about this right now, but I don't know what's going on with my body. And it feels so fucking annoying because in times where you're like in an intense conversation or if I'm sharing a traumatic story with somebody and I start crying, it makes them uncomfortable. And I'm like, I promise you don't need to feel badly for me right now. My body is just betraying me. I really don't like this at all.
I don't. All of my emotions are available strictly for sale. I don't know what's going on. That's how I feel. Like I'll cry at an emotional moment in a TV show all the time, like without fail, and I always have been like that. But I very rarely cry about things like being frustrated to the point of tears, or like I get
Frustration is usually what
like
gets me.
I get angry, but it takes a lot to push me to tears, like over an emotional thing that's happening to me. But if I think about, I think that's probably what it is. Really, like when I'm being an actor, like I think about what that emotion is, and I just have that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been told that I'm a really great fake laugher because I will get to but I have to be careful because if I do it too much, I will start laughing uncontrollably, and then be in that that sometimes
giggle.
when I start laughing
Yeah.
and I'm afraid I'm going to die because I can't catch my breath.
Yeah.
That happens to me easily. I think it's called being nuts.
5150 this man. Yeah, my therapist was saying that my body's like crying is my body's response to like protect me from feeling the actual emotion I'm feeling. You know how it's like really, really hard for me to access anger, but I think crying is the thing that my body's like, well, just put an emotion out there, like do it. But really, I'm feeling angry underneath, but I don't know how to express anger yet. And so it just goes to tears, and people are like, look at this weak bitch.
If your therapist is a man, he's probably like this. Wow, this perimenopausal bitch.
No, it's a woman. She's great.
Anyway, Kelly, welcome to the fold.
Thanks.
How are you today? Because you're still in your. It's the hottest time of the year.
Yeah.
I went out to water the plants last night, and it was 84 degrees at fucking 10:30, and I thought I was going to die just from that. And then what really gave me the big sympathy for you is that I had to go the day before yesterday was Labor Day, and so I had to mail some shit to my accountant, and it had to be there tomorrow. So I went there, and the line is all the way to the counter from the door, and then looped back around again to the front of the line. So it was probably 30 people deep when I got there, and and there was 2 people working.
Yeah,
there was
and
no
it's
air
slow
conditioning.
regardless,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no air conditioning. The air conditioning had been broken for a week. We found out. So it was. I thought about you the whole time I was in there. I'm like, how the fuck is she surviving? You got a window unit, a real one.
Like it's a stand-up unit, but it has a hose that goes out the window. When I installed that, the room that I put it in was reading 88 degrees. And so that's on the second floor. It's not even the hottest floor. So my room probably had to be 92, 93 degrees.
That's hard. And it's been humid.
Humid, yes. And so I've been able to get that room down to like 74 so I can sleep. But last night I woke up and it was like hot, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked over at the machine and it was off, and I was like, I didn't turn it off, and I don't have a timer on it. And I was really scared it broke. But it didn't. I turned it back on.
Your haunted Alexa turned it off.
I know, right? Fucking Alexa.
Just all of a sudden you're like, no.
I like that was one of my genuine fears because the system is coming tomorrow. It's getting installed tomorrow.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. And so it's like,
yeah, you know for 100% it's coming tomorrow.
yeah, that's what I was told yesterday.
Don't leave the house.
Yeah.
While they're doing it,
Yeah.
because you need to make sure. I'm sure this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
But I just find that anytime I leave the house, I notice something that's done wrong.
Well, I'm not gonna leave because they're bringing a crane in, and I gotta see if I can
You
ride
gotta
that.
put it on the roof.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
want to watch. What
Yeah.
time does it happen?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
But like I used to leave when I used to have a cleaning person that she would make labor noises, and it would make me feel so terrible that I would leave the house and just leave the money like on the nightstand.
Yeah.
But like actually in the hallway table, like right by where the keys are, and but I started noticing that she would clean at the house when I wasn't there, but she would clean the whole house when I was there. And I was like, that's human nature. But like I had my floors refinished and didn't, and because I had a flood and there was black mold and this whole thing. So they had to refinish the floor. So I was like, you know what? I'll leave for 2 weeks. What a fucking mistake.
Yeah,
They fucked those floors up. There was varnish all up my walls up to like 5 feet. There's parts that were fucking ill-fitted. It really was a nightmare. So you have to be there when.
Well, I always leave when cleaning people are there because I'm trying to stay out of their way, and also Rhino would be all up in their business. But I have the same person that I use every time. But there was one time when I was living in the condo in Burbank, and I hired somebody, and I went to a work meeting or whatever, and I came back, and it had been like 4 hours or something like that. So she should have been done a long time ago. It was just a 1-floor condo or whatever. I come back, she's sitting at my dining room table on the phone with somebody just chatting. And so I come in and I was like, okay, hey. And she's like just not even acknowledging that
She's smoking.
Yeah, I don't even think she was done cleaning yet either. And so I like pour myself a glass of wine because at this point it's like 9 p.m. and I'm like, you're still in my
that's
house.
late.
Like, what the fuck? And so I pour myself a glass of wine. I'm like, should I offer her? Wait, no, she needs to leave. But she stayed for another hour just on the phone. And I was like, I don't. And it wasn't like, it didn't seem like an important conversation.
That's
it was
a
like really
fucking liberty.
gossipy.
In England, they call that a liberty. You're taking a fucking liberty.
I was like, as long as I'm not being charged for this, fine. But I'm going to turn on The Bachelor. Is that okay with you?
Oh, Isaac and I were just talking about The Bachelor. He said there was a $500,000 cash prize for.
Yeah, so
Paradise.
this new season of Bachelor in Paradise, they've changed it, and it's so annoying to me. I don't like it at all. So for the first time ever, recently, I think it was a couple years ago, they came out with a new franchise, like a new arm of the franchise called The Golden Bachelor, and so it's people in their senior years dating. And so this is the first Bachelor in Paradise where they've combined the Golden Bachelor and the regular Bachelor contestants. So you've got old people there, you've got young people there. They're not dating each other, but they're simultaneously doing this.
So there are multiple bachelors?
So Bachelor in Paradise is just a bunch of single people and they pair up with each other. So
Okay.
there's no one person that they're trying to get with.
Right. I didn't know that.
And Bachelor in Paradise usually to me is the more fun one to watch because
Why is it called Bachelor in Paradise then?
because they go to originally they were going to Mexico and they all stay at one resort and it's just a dating show where like new people come in periodically and so you can take
and they were trying
different
to
people
use
on dates
Bachelor
and
branding to get people to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not one guy in Paradise.
It's like Bachelor in Paradise is the party version of The Bachelor.
Okay. I don't watch any of this stuff, so I don't know it.
And so the new season, it started out like normal, like any other season, but then halfway through, they're like, and now there's a $500,000 prize. And it's like, all of these men were shit before they announced this thing. And now that there's $500,000 on the line, it's like nobody's coming out of here in a genuine relationship.
So is it an incentive if you get married or engaged?
I think it's just
Isaac knows.
who.
Oh, I haven't seen the finale.
There's no marriage at the end of one season.
The whole
of
season
this.
is 21 days.
Yeah. But on most of these seasons, like the goal is to commit to somebody at the end of it. So there have been engagements at the end of seasons before, but
Right.
And sometimes like the next season they'll bring a couple back who got engaged before and then do a marriage.
That's like fucking Below Deck. The season is like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And people are heartbroken, and you realize they've known each other for 11 days.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, it's been 84 years. What? Like, oh, it's been 13 days. Okay,
I
cool.
never thought this person would do this to me. And yes, I kissed 4 other crew members and slept with 2 of them. And one time it was in the room that they were in the bunk below me. But I love this person who I've known for 11 days.
Well, I will give a little bit of it grace because they don't have entertainment. They're with each other constantly. I mean, Below Deck's a little bit different because you're working.
It
but
reminds me of a film set.
yeah, on any of these shows, their only entertainment is hanging out with each other. So they're with each other 24 hours a day, which of course would escalate, the trajectory of a relationship. But it is still really crazy to think that at the end of 3 weeks, people are like, I want to be with you for the rest
And
of my
wouldn't you
life.
be suspicious that, what's her name? Celine,
yep.
Celine wasn't she on French, like Bachelor in Paradise or something? One of those shows?
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, she was. She was on one of those French versions of a dating show right before this. And she goes and she's in a relationship with 3 different people at the same time, or she's leading them on. And then the moment that they decide they don't want to be with her anymore, she just tries to draw them back in.
Yeah.
But people keep seeing her do this pattern of behavior and are baffled by it. It's
I don't think anybody looks at her as so this is Below Deck, everybody, by the way, we're talking about. So there's a stewardess on this season of Below Deck and she is bad at her job and she hooks up with everybody on the boat. Like she is constantly making out with people. Like she was with one guy first and then she went to a girl and then she kept kissing that guy and so then the girl was pissed. It's like a whole mess. I don't think anybody sees her as a long-term option, but she really does have a way to wrap people around her finger.
Well, Kyle said he fell in love with her.
Well, yeah, but he's also a total fuckboy.
But that's what I mean, though.
But he's the type of person that, like, he's the type of guy that you meet at a bar and you have, like, this whirlwind night with him and he's like, I think I love you. Like, I think he's just addicted to the heightened sense of everything.
But the lesbian on the deck crew,
they're infatuated with her for sure. Like, she's one of those personalities where people feel like, well, I can change her.
But she saw it. She saw it happen to Kyle. because she did it to Kyle, or she messed around with Celine when Kyle was with her, and then she saw her kiss. Then Kyle said, "She's kissing me, by the way, while you guys are fucking." And then she kisses
Damo,
and then he gets upset, and then she gets upset, and then who's the deck girl from South Africa?
I can't remember her name
Anyway,
right now.
so
Jess.
Yeah, so Jess decides that she's really in love with Barbara, the other lesbian on the boat, and then she leads Barbara on, and then that same day
Makes out with Selena.
makes out with Selena in front of her, and then goes and sleeps with her in her bed. They take a shower, they fuck, they sleep in the same bed, and we'll be right back after these messages. And it's weird that what I find interesting is that it makes me feel like it's kind of engineered, because who is this dumb?
Well, they're young and they're into hookup culture, right? Like it is interesting how many people, like everybody's heard of the phrase "don't shit where you eat," but somehow everybody falls into the trap of that. It's like, you guys are on, like, I don't even know why you would want to have a love interest on the boat, where it's like, just go when you go out to the bars, just go hook up with somebody random.
Like Kyle did.
Oh my God.
Not
okay,
like
so
Kyle
Isaac,
did.
there's so this guy Kyle that we're talking about, he gets called Scottish. You know, he's Scottish, and
He has
so
another name, Steely.
Steely. Yeah, he's got so many nicknames.
His last name must be Steele.
Yeah. So he's really pissed at Selene one night, and they go out to this dinner, and he sees this girl at a bar, goes to like hit on her, and within minutes, he's like, "Do you want to go somewhere?" And she's like, "Yeah." And you watched it last night, right? Okay, so then they go to a fucking public bathroom and fuck in the bathroom.
No, thank you.
Which is one thing, right? But his other crew members like followed him to the bathroom, and one of them took a picture of what was going on. She was lying on the floor
Under the urinal
of a men's public bathroom.
Like her head was under the urinal.
Was under the urinal, and like legs up like she's in fucking stirrups at a gynecologist's office, and he's
just
plowing
hammering
her wearing a kilt. Which was easy access to get. And I'm like, I was a slut in my past life. Like, I fully do not judge people for one night stands or like hooking them.
Slut.
But like, but you can fuck in a bathroom standing up. Why would you ever put your back and your hair down on the floor of a men's bathroom?
For any men out there, this means something. Like the front, like the right in front of a urinal is always wet. It's always wet. There's always there's like a foot of pee right in front of the urinal.
It's the bounce back.
Yeah. What is it?
It's what bounces onto you.
It's
after
the splash
Oh, that's so interesting, because that never happens to me, because I think it's because I pee directly into the bottom of if there's a pad.
It's because you have somebody come in with you with the tube, and then they.
Oh yeah, like my catheter. A nurse always accompanies me to the bathroom. I'm like, can I just starfish this? Of course, Mr. Qualls.
What type of pee would you like today? A non-splashback pee, please.
Would you like an extraction, Mr. Qualls?
I always take the non-splashback pee. But a lot of men's urinals have these pee pads in the bottom of them that dampen that. You know, those
like
little
softens.
things with spikes in them. Oh, Isaac's dick is so big, he just gave me a look like this. Yeah, but I have a giant cock, and I always get splashback. I never get splashback. It's not because my dick is small. My dick is normal size.
You're just very tall, so you're higher than.
Maybe I can't see down there.
Aren't you guys the same height?
No, he's way taller than me.
I'm tall.
Way taller than you?
The IMDb says he's 6'1".
I'm 6.
Are you not?
I'm
6
almost 6.
feet?
I'm over 6'2".
Oh, see, I'm 5'11" and 3/4.
You and I are the same height.
Yeah, you're over 6'2".
You're both taller than me.
Well, I know we're taller, but you're like way taller, and I'm like, I don't think that's true. You got to be 6 feet,
Are you 5'11"?
right?
I'm 5'11" and 3/4. Which
You
is why I
remind
say-
That's what I always said in middle school and high school when I didn't want to be 6 feet.
But you
I'm 5'11" and
photograph
3/4.
much shorter.
Well, thank you.
And much fatter.
You have a face for radio.
Oh, anyway, I don't understand it. But Isaac and I were talking. I used to watch Married at First Sight.
Yeah, I love that
and
show.
I think there's a couple of couples who are still married from from a long time ago.
Yeah. The American version?
Yeah.
The Australian version is
that couple
way juicier.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. The couple in Chicago, I think, are still together.
Yeah, there's probably like 10 couples.
Yeah, the second couple.
I think there's probably 10 existing couples from Married at First Sight.
So I know the second couple, which is actually the couple. There's the same people right underneath them.
Yep.
She just has a different hair color.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good as a brunette.
These people?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The top and the bottom are the same people.
They made a baby.
They did.
What are
Ill.
their names for the audio listeners?
I've
You can click
I
on
don't
the photo
really
and it'll
remember
tell
them.
us.
Oh, that's right.
I've watched every season of that. Like to me, that is such an interesting social experience. Stan and I watch that show pretty religiously.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think it's a bad idea for a show because it's like something like 70 or 80% of the world's marriages are still arranged
Arranged,
marriages.
Like in India.
And those marriages are not at all considered like, I think these two people have hobbies that align and morals and values. It's like, I have this family and I have this family and you guys need to be together. And a lot of them figure it out, but they're probably not super passionate, love-filled relationships, but they work. But in this one, you have experts that are like, what do you want in a person?
Yeah.
What is a deal breaker? All that stuff. And they try to match people based on those interviews that they had. But I would never be able to do it. Like if I walked down the aisle and wasn't like, if like the first season, there is a couple that they actually still are together. This girl is really, really gorgeous. And the guy is kind of just goofy looking. He's a little bit weird looking. And she was not into him at all. Like cried on her wedding day. Like shivered every time he tried to touch her, and that would be me too. It's like
Did they stay together?
Yeah, they're still together to this day. She like learned to love him, but it was like, I think for me, I have to have some like, and it doesn't have to be a deep physical attraction, but I can't be like repulsed by somebody looks.
Go through this list because I watched. This is the first season was Anthony and Ashley.
Yep.
So I saw them. They're still together. Can you scroll that down?
Jamie and Doug was the couple in the first season. Jeffy and Shanice. Yep.
I don't remember them.
Danielle and Bobby. I don't really remember.
He looks like a Mormon.
Yeah,
He does look like an
think
actor,
that
like a serial killer actor.
He looks,
somewhere.
yeah.
It says
I said Mormon.
it says perhaps the least surprising entry on this list. Danielle and Bobby are most memorable for their lack of memorable drama or conflict.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really remember them.
Yeah. They look like they only have sex in the missionary position.
Stephanie and AJ. Oh, I remember them.
They
Or
look
good
like
couple.
brother and sister.
They kind of do.
They were kind of like a quirky couple.
Okay.
She's like a lot of energy. Christine and Keith. Yes, I remember them.
I think I saw that season because they look very familiar to me.
They had, these aren't couples that are all still together, are they?
That's what it says.
Because the last one that we just looked at, they had a lot of issues because he kept lying about his like finances. He was saying that he had this job offer and he just told her the salary that he was going to get. And she's like, okay, well, do you have an offer letter? And he's like, no, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's like a math major or something like that. And he just couldn't come up with a
Don't lie
believable
to a smart person.
Yeah. I remember them. Yes. Austin and Jessica. This is not good podcasting because people can't see this. But yeah, I think it's a great show, but I will say that if you're looking for more legitimacy in relationships, the American version probably is better. But if you want drama, the Australian version is so good. Because on America's one, they all get married and then they do live in the same building, and sometimes all the couples do activities together.
They didn't used to live in the same building.
Yeah, that was a newer development. But for Australia, what they do is every single week, all of the couples get together for a dinner party.
And somebody gets voted off the island, and somebody gets to fight a kangaroo.
No, they all get together for a dinner party and a cocktail party, but they also then all have a sit down with the experts and they go through their relationship, which to me actually, Jesus Christ, guy, which to me is better because there are more check-ins. Like the experts aren't really around for a lot of what's going on here unless you're having a problem. You can call in and be like, hey, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is the name. What?
Get you're about to roll over your sunglasses. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
That's Rhino's fault. In America, if you have an issue with your relationship, you can call the experts to come in and like mediate something.
Yeah.
But there's no like weekly check-in or whatever. So by the time they call in an expert, things have already gone a little bit too far, and it's like really hard to recover. Whereas in Australia, they're doing weekly check-ins, talking about things. The experts are calling people out for their behavior before it gets to the point where it's like a big problem. So,
Did you just redye your hair?
no, I mean like 6 weeks ago.
I got one.
It looks very nice today.
Thanks. It was too hot to do it to dry it the other day.
All right. I don't remember anything.
You don't.
I don't. I remember some things.
Like?
I remember the Alamo.
Yeah, so Married at First Sight, good show. Highly suggest.
Terrible podcasting. Sorry about that, guys. But here's the thing. We're punishing you because it's summer and you're not listening anyway.
I just finished watching the newest season of Love is Blind UK.
I've never seen any of those
which
shows.
Is also a great show.
I just, you know what, it makes me sad. I get sad because I think a lot of it's performative, but some people are think they're there for real love, and it's only good casting unless people do crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I get it. Otherwise, it's a boring show. But I just worry about what people's lives are like after the show.
Well, that's the hard part with a lot of these shows is like, not to generalize, but so often the women are there for actual love and they want to do this, and then the men think they are, or they're there for a fun experiment or whatever, but then once the show ends and they start getting a bit of attention online, all of a sudden shit doesn't work out. They're like, whoa, wait, now I have all these opportunities of women that are into me.
They're showing up to strip clubs in Vegas for $20,000 appearance fees.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you have to be, there was one couple that made it to the one, they did a reunion at 1 year on Love is Blind UK, and only one couple is still together.
I love that, innit?
And they really are a great couple. Like they definitely are made for each other.
Sophie, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you.
Thing. I love this
I
thing.
love you.
I believe in a thing called love.
Thing.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me, Sophie. I love you too, Jeffrey. Let's go into the country and get a house.
It's so funny because every once in a while I like a British accent, or like any accent really, but like Stan always is like, you got to watch Love Island UK, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I've tried, but I can't understand them when there's so many of them talking at once.
And they're all different accents.
I'm like, I can't follow what's going on. And they all yell for some reason. It's just like,
it'll surprise you. New Energizer. Oi, I love you.
It's just so overstimulated.
Do you remember that commercial in Australia? It was a guy screaming about batteries. It'll
No.
surprise you. New Energizer. Oi.
No.
Let's follow it up.
I think it was a good one. Because I remember it. I remember so little of pop. Actually, I remember everything in pop culture. That's the only thing I can remember. Pop culture stuff, I always know. Except I don't know what's happening with Taylor Swift. I never know. He was talking to me about Taylor Swift today on the way over here. And I was like, I'm not really familiar with the situation. I don't really know a lot about this thing. We talked about what should be in the prenup between Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce,
yeah.
and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there's a sports show that was saying. Sorry, did I cut you off?
Yeah, no.
There's sportscasters that are saying that she shouldn't, in the prenup, he should say that she can't write an album about him if they get divorced.
And that's all he wants.
Like, he should demand that or half her money.
He's worth $200 million. She's worth $1 billion. They don't need money. Just you leave with what you came with. We'll split our marital assets. Just don't write an album about me. I think she should be able to, but there should be a moratorium on it. Like, give me 3 to 5 years to go try to find a new relationship before you start telling all this shit about me to the general public.
I mean, I remember when they first got together and I had made a TikTok about, cause like I don't dislike Taylor Swift by any means, but I don't like actively listen to her music. I'm not a Swiftie. But I was invested in their relationship because Travis was this guy who was like seen as really macho, but he was not at all worried about
painting his nails,
being openly in love with this person.
Nails,
It's just like, I think that's a lot of guys think that's like, oh, he's a simp, or like it's fucking pathetic or whatever. I'm like, that's what women want. Women want a man that yearns for them. And he was like so not phased about being like head over heels for this girl.
There are all these things on TikTok where women are like, I would never marry a liberal man. And it's always this idea of some sort of effete, and then there's a big dude who's like, I'm a liberal man, and watch me pick up this house. Play this. You don't remember this ad for Energizer?
I didn't live in Australia.
No, they were in America.
Now this is old.
But is it playing?
In one of these, and in one of these. One of these. Last 20
You don't remember
longer
this?
than a Duracell. To right, the extraordinary Energizer. In one of these. One
Anyway,
of these.
it wasn't 40 minutes long like this. He just the catch line was, "It'll surprise you, new Energizer, oi!"
Maybe that's the childhood trauma that I blocked out.
Maybe that's why I'm like this.
My parents just sat me down in front of the TV with a VHS.
Poor
watching this over and over.
Australians. This is the stereotypes they're up against. No wonder their reality shows are so fucked up. And I'll be right back after these messages. Because imagine the whole world thinks that you want to throw another shrimp on the barbie. And
Yeah, I mean,
the dingoes ate
But
me baby.
isn't that true of any other culture or region to Americans? It's like we latch on to, I mean, or just in
Well,
general.
the rest of the
like-
world thinks that we're all named Jethro.
And they're right.
They're not
They
wrong.
think that America's a bunch of dumb gun-toting hillbillies, and they are correct. We are fucking idiots. I saw a comment the other day. It's like the only way I would even know that America has an education system is because of all the mass shootings.
My God.
Like, and it's like that's okay, valid. It's like the only way we can confirm that people are going to school is because we hear about a bunch of
Because
kids
people get
being
shot
killed.
there.
Yeah, like that, and
Jesus Christ.
it's so true. Like we are just dumb and loud, is what so many of the people in this country are. Oh God, this reminds me. Fucking yesterday, there was this video that came up on my TikTok where this girl was like, a great spot to get your nails done in LA or something like that. And she's talking about her experience at this nail salon, and it ends up it's in Northridge, right? Which Northridge is where I went to college. And anytime you mention a neighborhood in LA, people are like, that's not fucking LA, blah, 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 whatever. And so I'm arguing with this girl who's like, this is not, can you imagine coming onto TikTok trying to find recommendations near you, and then you look something up and it's 50 minutes away from you? And I'm like, babe, people are dying. Like, chill the fuck out. Also, Northridge is in, she's like, it's LA County, it's not LA City. I'm like, wrong, it's actually LA City. Just because you only consider the city to be downtown doesn't mean that's accurate. And I was like, you should argue with the city, not me. Because so many people
Studio
think
City is a LA address.
yes,
We put
Studio City is not a city. It is a neighborhood in Los Angeles City.
We put that down as I put it down on my return address, but it's technically Los Angeles.
Yes, yeah. Los Angeles has 100 different neighborhoods
Yeah,
that are
it's in the 80s.
that are in the city.
Yeah.
People always think it's like, oh well, it's LA County, not LA City. No, it is LA City. North Hollywood is not a city. My address is interchangeable with Los Angeles if I write that
Yeah,
down.
same.
Hey,
Siri,
most
how many
of the
neighborhoods are
valley
in Los Angeles.
Has 114 neighborhoods.
114 neighborhoods.
The Los Angeles City sprawls 503 square miles. It is massive. And so there are, I mean, anytime I'm actually thinking about making a rage bait TikTok where I talk about like, I live in Los Angeles, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll just say North Hollywood just to see how many people are going to argue with me, because it's like, it doesn't matter what people like. Oh, well, locals don't consider that the city. Okay. But it is. It is fact that it is Los Angeles
Californians
City.
love to, like, 22-year-old somebody who was born here was like, what a transplant thing to say. And I've been here longer than you've been alive.
That's what I said to her last night. She goes, I bet you're a transplant. Us natives know that it's not LA City. And I wanted to be like, you're 14. I've lived here for 22 years. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's just very, and also I kept posting different like screenshots of like Wikipedia saying Northridge, Los Angeles, or I did a map of things. She's like, you're using Reddit as a source. I thought we didn't trust the internet. And I'm like, all right, well then post your evidence that it is not Los Angeles City. We'll compare. And then she stopped responding to me completely.
There's nothing funnier that's happened in the last 5 years than Drunk Kelly on Below Deck, guys.
Oh, not me.
There was a guest on Below Deck, Drunk Kelly, who it was from New Jersey, but she clearly she had that accent that Mayor of Eastwick has, or whatever that. Remember
Mayor
that?
of Easttown?
Yeah. Where she says boot. Why should I have to get off this boot? Yeah. And so she's clearly from Pennsylvania, moved to Jersey, thinks she's a Jersey girl, and lost her fucking mind on the captain. I don't know if you saw this, but when they're trying to pull her up the stairs after she jumps, she wanted to ride the banana, but she was too drunk to ride the inflatable banana. So they are dragging her upstairs, and she has a giant glob of snot. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see the snot.
Blowing out of her. And so but I was so proud of the crew because they still held on to her, because I would be like,
Yeah. No, that episode was fun because there were like I watch everything with the captions on, and I took so many pictures because it's like Kelly's really been overserved, or like God, Kelly's fucking drunk again, and so I kept posting it on Instagram, going like, I can't believe they're talking about me like this.
It's so good.
She got so drunk, and because the crew was like trying to corral her, she goes, Democrats! They're all Democrats!
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. She was like, fuck all you guys. I hate you. You're all Democrats. You're Democrats. She says it 3 times, and I'm like, I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Whenever I have a problem with anybody, I'm going to scream, you're a Democrat! in their face. But I was like, also, that's very telling. The people who are actually trying to help you.
And keep you safe.
To keep you from harming yourself. You're calling Democrats.
Yeah.
We're trying to help you. You are so bombed that you can't hold a glass while you're asking. She couldn't find her mouth with her champagne glass, and she was like, "I want another glass of champagne." And they're like, "You." And then she's like, "I just want to ride the banana," but screaming it. And so she got down there, and they're like, "You're too drunk. We have a 1-drink policy, and most boats have a 0-drink policy. If you can get out on the jet ski or the banana or any of that stuff." And she
just jumps in the water.
Jumps in the water. They tried to put a life jacket on her.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I don't want to be on the boot. Yeah. And she jumps off into the water, and they're like, and the captain's like, that's a flagrant. There's only one law on this boat, and it's me. And I say no. And she was like, I hate you. I hate all of you. You're Democrats. You're Democrats.
And then it was so funny because she's like, I just needed to talk. She's talking to the captain. She's like, well, can we just talk about this? Can we? Because he like wants to get her off the boat, and he's like, okay, yes, let's go talk about it.
Let's go in this room.
So he brings her to this room. He's like, go ahead. He goes in there and he locks her in.
Shuts her in.
And he has 2 of his crew members standing outside the door, holding the door closed. And she's banging on the door. You can't keep me in here.
He's like, well, I'll be back in 20 minutes. 20 minutes!
And it's so funny because every single person that she came on that trip with fucking hates her.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she's doing it again.
It was just
I don't know why we invited her.
that wanted her there. She was the primary's friend.
It is so weird to me. Like, obviously, I know that alcohol affects people differently, but like to get so off your ass like that it's one thing to do it once. Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
But they didn't want her there because that's her MO.
Yeah, exactly.
She
so
always
it's like,
does that.
How do you become a person that always becomes that feral when you drink? And I guess addiction. is that like, how does that even happen? Why can't you look at yourself and think that this is a problem? Fucking yeah, she was a bright spot.
Here's the thing. I know it's sad, but I sent Kelly a text because I'm behind on the show. I'm still like 2 episodes from being current. But I was like, I don't want to see any more thing about the crew. I just want to watch 12 more episodes of Kelly getting drunk and yelling at people.
You think she'll get her own show?
No. It was actually. It would have been sad. And then the primary had to leave the boat for the night, which is like probably 40.
She had to get escorted off the boat by the police.
Yeah, and then the primary had to go stay with her while she sobered up. So she didn't get to come back to the next morning. So she missed a whole day on the boat because of this lady. And she was like, she's agreed to go to therapy. I'm sure she didn't follow through with it. I'm sure she got back to America and she's like, it was their fault. They're fucking bunch of fucking Democrats trying to stop me from having a good time. I can ride a fucking banana. I used to live in Hawaii.
The irony of it is that people that work on yachts will do almost anything to make sure that you're having a good time. Yeah. Like there's very little that you can do that they won't accommodate you and all that stuff because you're paying money and it's their job to make sure that you're having a really good time and all that stuff. The line ends at safety. And if you're really wasted and you dive into the water after the captain's just told you not to get in the water, you're off the fucking boat. Yeah. Like
he gave her so many chances. He handled it so well.
Yeah.
And just the way of blocking her in so she could get back in the water without touching her, making her touch them if she wanted to go forward is so smart. And the other crew members are like, it kept us from liability.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he knew exactly how to handle it.
You know she would be so happy.
Yeah, because I would have probably grabbed her and been like, get in this room. Mm-hmm. And then I would be at least accused of assault.
Yeah, for sure. I hope somebody assaults me soon so I can sue.
Dude, I just want to be... Where is that Saudi billionaire who wants to pay me $10 million to stop working? I'm annoying. This is shrill. You don't want to hear this, Saudi billionaire.
Well, we will have a clip about that coming out soon because I know I just clipped some. I know I just picked a clip where the ending was like, "Send me $10 million if you want me to stop talking."
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
welcome. I don't want to do anything.
I know.
At this point, it came out 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, the episode did, but like the clip will. Oh, you mean
It's coming out this week,
Yeah,
and this is
whatever.
coming out later.
I want
whatever.
to
People know.
starfish my life.
Just get fucked, but not
No, I
have
don't
to do
want
anything
to get
about
fucked.
it.
Have we met?
Is that not what starfishing
No,
is?
starfishing is just laying down and making people do things for you.
Yeah, sometimes getting fucked.
I want to starfish eat. Can you put it right on my
It
chest?
feels like you need a hospice care nurse or something like that. What
Aw.
are the
That's
rules
something
about getting a
that's
hospice
something
care
to
nurse
look
when you're
forward
totally
to.
fine?
That's something to look forward to at the end. I just watched that Thursday Night Murder Club on.
Oh, how was it?
Not great.
Oh, okay.
I really
Then
wanted it to be good. It was not great.
I initially thought it was a TV show. and
It
then I
made
saw
better
was a
sense than
movie.
Lisa Frankenstein, but it was not great. It was written by somebody. It was a murder mystery written by somebody who's perhaps not the best at writing murder mysteries.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because by the time we found out who did it, you didn't care.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm like, you're gonna have to throw some pretty spectacular shit in the last 5 minutes of this to make me not do this. I could have been sleeping this whole time.
Yeah. It is interesting how like there's such a lack of great murder mystery movie. Like, and they get made so often, but like Knives Out and Glass Onion, they were just such fun rides and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm like, why are there not more of those? And I feel like they keep trying. It's like Murder on the Orient Express and Argyle
See,
and those types of things.
I have big. I didn't see Argyle, but I have
didn't
big
either.
love for Agatha Christie because during the pandemic I read all of her books and in order, and just really really had a great time with them because I imagined it's like when you watch Psycho, the 1960s Alfred Hitchcock movie. And see the shower scene and understand that people were so frightened by that. And it's not scary at all to because we've seen our threshold is too high.
Yeah.
We've seen some shit.
I've seen the news once. Psycho wasn't scary.
But when you suspend disbelief and you read those books, they are a really fun ride. And also what I liked about them, they were so time consuming. Because I'm like, how much was a pound in 1922, right? $47,000. And also like, because I'm so familiar with British culture, like I the accents, I'm imagining how people talk. And it's like, you know,
Are you doing the voices in your head?
yeah, I'm doing the voices in my head. Like it's almost like Dungeons and Dragons, except I'm keeping it to myself.
Are you doing like murder mystery theater in your living room?
Dude,
Sponsored by Jose Cuervo,
Dude,
obviously.
of course, by Jose Cuervo. Pre-made margaritas. But no, I would get in the shower once every 4 days during the pandemic, and then do the voices in my
That's
head.
too often.
Yeah, do the voices in my head, talk like the characters.
That's good.
There was a one of the books is called Sleeping Murder, and there's a scene or a
That
part.
sounds exactly up your alley.
Yeah, I know. The only way I want to get murdered or commit a murder is if I'm unconscious. But it was like one of the characters goes, "Do you think it's a murder?" And the other one goes, "I think it's a sleeping murder." And you know, bum bum bum. And I would say that to myself all the time.
So what is a sleeping murder?
I don't fucking remember. It was the pandemic. I was also
You were sponsored by Jose Cuervo.
2/3 deep into a bottle of rum.
I mean, the amount of times I got just videos from you in different Instagram filters.
Oh yeah.
You were just having the time of your life.
Here's the thing. The first 6 months of the pandemic, I loved. I'd never not had to be somewhere. Like I had a job since I was 14 years old, and it worked ever since. And I thought it was great. Then I lost the plot around month 8.
Yeah. It was
Then
one
I
of the,
became a man with a shotgun. Get off my land. Get off my land.
the first few months were definitely very creative times for me where I made a bunch of fun videos and like did sketches and like virtual sketches with my friends and all that stuff. Like we did a virtual bachelorette that I was the bachelorette and I got a bunch of my friends to be bachelors. And then after a while you're like, is this gonna be forever?
Yeah.
Like David the
Yeah.
dentist.
I never had any of that. We were doing trivia illegally because they were doing trivia online, so we would meet at the bar, and then we realized that was socially irresponsible, so then we just stopped like a month into the pandemic. So I would be invited to the house party fucking online things where you do games.
Oh, like Jackbox?
Yeah, and then just do this. Like I was frozen. So I'd have to fucking participate.
That's the best part about things coming to Zoom is like when you're in a meeting with somebody and all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I feel a little bit lost right now. You just go, and then but
Yeah.
and then sign out really quickly.
They're like,
and
Kelly,
then
you're frozen. We think you're frozen.
and then you come back and you're like, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. That was really Jesus.
So we'll send you the notes, Kelly, on the next meeting. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's a good get out of jail. You can't do that in person. Imagine being at an in-person pitch.
Oh, look, sleeping murder. And we're going to the Patreon.
Your transitions remain flawless. Oh, look, sleeping murder. We're going to Patreon. Hey, guys, you can find us on social media at LoadedPod. Send us an email if you want some unqualified advice or if you just want to tell us how great we are or how terrible we are.
I miss unqualified advice.
I know. I need to do a deeper dive into my messages and see if people have sent shit because I'm bad at that. But send us an email, probably loadedpod@gmail.com. You can input your email at loadedpod.com if you want to join us for our next live Zoom happy hour on Patreon. Our Patreon episodes come out a week early with video and no ads on Patreon.
So this episode would actually make sense to you.
Yeah,
and you'd be able to see the things that we're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. And also every week we do an extended episode on Patreon as well. You can call us 323-272-3908 and then check us out on YouTube. Go watch the videos there. That helps us. Rate, review, subscribe, do all that stuff. Be really good listeners. Be good girls and boys.
Bye.
Sit on down and pour yourself a glass.
Then tune into your favorite podcast.
Where things will be misquoted.
And opinions ain't sugar-coated.
'Cause DJ and Kelly are locked and probably loaded.